Today is a big day, for in this penultimate episode of the LEGO Minecraft series, we're going to be filling in the last surface gap. That's right, in our 104 by 72 block world, only a single gap remains. The blank spot finds itself between the Cherry Blossom Grove to the north, the ice spikes to the east, the player base to the south, and the plains to the west. And the question has been for a long time, what do we fill it with? Turns out the answer to that is going to be a lot more complicated than I originally expected. So hey, we had better just get to building. Before we get into the video, I just wanted to let you know that the LEGO Minecraft world will be displayed in its entirety at Brick Falls in Sioux Falls, South Dakota in just a few weeks. That's going to be August 16th and August 17th. I'm going to leave a link down below with more details, and if you're able to make it, I'd love to see you there. For 2025, this is going to be the last show that the entire LEGO Minecraft world will be at, so if you're anywhere in the Midwest, might be well worth the trip. Today's final surface module is going to be a half chunk, 16 by 8 blocks. The other half of the chunk here actually came from the surprise April Fool's episode, Some Guy's House. Now, I had always intended for Some Guy's House to be temporary, much like the additions I made for the first April Fool's video episode. Remember that one? We added villager news, a dessert temple, though I guess Ohio still made it into the display, and you can actually still pop it out. But anyway, as it turns out, Some Guy's House was way more popular than I expected. You see, the structure was my take on an authentic first night house. Random wood types, dirt, sand, cobble, and even some more avant-garde building blocks made up this house. Let's be real, we've all been here before. Who hasn't had to cobble together a random house to survive that first night? And I suppose it's the build's universal appeal that made it so loved. Rather, my big plan for this space was a small structure for an abandoned taiga village. The taiga village is the only one not represented in the world in some way after all, and LEGO even made zombie taiga villagers in their abandoned village set. While I've already got one hidden down in the igloo dungeon, I've kind of figured it would be a lot cooler to give them a more visible position in the display. But with the many requests to save Some Guy's House, I started to think I'd have to put it to a vote. So I posed the question to channel members to let them decide the module's fate. Now, I didn't know which one would win, but I kind of figured there would be a pretty definitive winner one way or the other. But boy was I wrong. The two options were pretty much deadlocked at 50-50 all day long, even with hundreds of votes. I decided to let the poll run longer, hoping a clear answer would still yet emerge. There's some changes that I wanted to make to the module regardless of the outcome anyway. To help this section ease into the ice spikes biome better, I actually think another ice spike here on the lower level would look really nice. This will involve changing up the grass gradient on the ground a bit too. While the eagle-eyed among you might have noticed my preference for the older, larger gray brick separator over the years, there's no denying that the new ones are extremely useful for tile removal. The spikes construction is identical to the ones made in that episode all those years ago using LEGO's medium blue color for the packed ice. I think this will look really nice alongside all the other spires in the ice spikes module. With a little time killed, I'm gonna go check on the poll again, and with another 200 votes in the mix, it looks like the abandoned village barely pulled ahead. Sorry, Side Eyes guy, democracy has prevailed. It's time to take out Some Guy's House and replace it with a taiga village. The structure I'm going to go with here is the cartographer's house. It really captures everything I love about the taiga village at a reasonable scale. The footprint is quite small, surprisingly the same size as Some Guy's House, but the structure is much taller and far more elaborate. To give it that rune look, I ended up yeeting all the glass panes and adding in lots of mossy cobblestone. Side Eyes Guy's new house is quite the visual upgrade, but features all the same amenities that he had previously now on the first floor. I hope I get the chance to make more taiga village buildings in a future mock perhaps. It's a really lovely village variant. Another popular request over the years has been a half chopped down tree, and this is my last chance to add it, so I want to fit it in here. I've modified the ice spike that we made to incorporate this tree so it gives the illusion of floating. The ice spike is plenty strong to support all this extra weight too, which is perfect. I think I would have preferred to have attached it to the house, but the flimsy roof construction with the sideways techniques there means that it's probably not strong enough to support this.
You know, I'm starting to feel a little guilty about removing some guy's house. At the end of the day, nearly half of you want this to remain. So I think I'm gonna come up with a little compromise here that blends the best of both worlds. What if Side-Eye's guy has patched up the abandoned village structure and made it his own? For years, I've struggled to come up with an adequate spiderweb design, but I kinda like this turntable piece. Let me know what you think. So here we go, the perfect blend of the abandoned village and some guy's house. And now, I hope you'll join me for one last surface tiling time. One thing I've been pretty bad about doing over the years is adding flowers to the generic grassy parts of the display, so I'm going to pop down some poppies here. Something that I hope I can add to some of the other older modules before we call this thing complete too. I'm bringing in the witch, which was one of the many gifts from Mason a few episodes back, and then I'm also adding that promised zombie villager from the abandoned village set. And since I don't have any mobs on fire, I thought this would be a perfect one to add a blaze, trying to get back into his old house. I've decided to keep the other half of the chunk open just so you have a nice clearer space between all the structures you find in this area. Alright, let's get this added into the display. And here you can see how densely packed this place is. You've got the Plains Village, now the abandoned village, and then you've got the player base down to the south. This is a pretty historic moment though. We have filled in all of the surface gaps. There are no ugly chunk airs left in this world anymore. It's pretty spectacular seeing from edge to edge like that. This has been years in the making.
So the next episode is the big one. Episode 50 is going to be the finale of the LEGO Minecraft world, with the addition of the Stronghold. It truly seems like a fitting end to this colossal series that has gone on for the last 3.5 years. You're able to see a preview of that episode early by becoming a channel member, and this is your last chance to have your name attached to this project as a supporter. Since this is the big finale episode, I'm going to make sure that all the channel members get a little bit more than their usual half a second of screen time on the channel members role. So if you want to flex on your friends for generations to come about how you supported the LEGO Minecraft series, there's still an opportunity to do so, and I'll greatly appreciate it. Regardless, I plan on seeing you all on September 1st for what is truly going to be quite an event, and there should be a few other fun videos following up that finale release. I can't wait to share it all with you. Thank you so much for watching, and have yourself a great life.